Yep, this is the time to give the Merc whistle. I think I'll give it to Dimitri, given that it's been very much his route again. If I had been born in more peaceful times, I might have been able to lead a different life. All this blood on my hands makes it difficult to even take a nap. Then there are people like Caspar, who revel in bloodshed and shine during times of war. I do not believe the world will ever perfectly suit everyone's different ideals. It may be time to accept that this is the Fodlan we live in now. Yeah, and it sucks that we had to kill him. I wonder if there was a way to avoid taking him out. Maybe if I hadn't done... Well, I wonder if I could have avoided it if I hadn't done in... Well... Duke Geyer so quickly, although I don't know.
We must speak.
Since the Kingdom and Alliance are having a new relationship, I am thinking Bridget will be playing a larger role. When relations between two regions can easily shatter, a third one takes importance.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. Bridget might have to act as an intermediary. Yes, in the past it was the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance that was keeping peace. Now I am thinking Bridget will be taking the role of the Empire. That is the only future we'll be having. We'll just have to see how it plays out then. We simply cannot lose Lady Rhea. No other bishop could ever take her place. She has been the very foundation of the Holy Church of Seiros for such a long time. She's also astute in political matters, and has never allowed another region to control her.
Let me think.
I have no idea what would become of the church if something were to happen to her. Nothing good, I can say that much.
Do you have a minute?
Pardon me. You were doing some sort of unusual dance a moment ago. What was it? It wasn't a dance, it was a prayer. One for the dead. Really? Would you perhaps teach it to me? I lost a lot of good soldiers in Aeolad. Many of them hailed from Duska, you see. I wish I would have asked how to pray for them beforehand. I see. Your subordinates were fortunate to have you.
Okay.
I'll show you. Just follow my lead. First, put your hands like this. Well, looks like the future you wanted is coming true, Dimitri. If only Claude could take a page from your book. Although, to be fair, it's not as if... Well, the circumstance between the Alliance and Almyra is substantially different, to be fair. I shall grind those maggots with the heel of my boot. Crushing them is quite dull, yet left to ride, they become even more vexing. Please join us in our murder of them. Our righteous murder of them, more to the point. Say, if we take back Garreg Mach, would we then use it as a base when we invade the Imperial capital? If we did that, it would kind of be like we were back at the Officers' Academy again.
How's this?
Just like old times. Maybe one day we'll all be able to get along like we did back then. We will. We just have to win first.
Yep.
Right. We're going to get through this together, Shez. Indeed. We'll see how it plays out.
Hey!
It looks like the war's coming to an end at last. What are you gonna do afterward, Commander? You're free to do whatever you want, of course. But personally, I hope you stick with the Kingdom Army. His Majesty and the rest of our forces would be glad to have you. I see no reason why Shez wouldn't. Recapturing Garreg Mach is somewhat meaningful to me since I was the Knight of Seiros. It was only for a short while, but I used to call that place home. Plus, if we do manage to take it back, it'd be a good time to close out my contract. Yeah, of course.
That's terrible.
Ugh, I can't stop worrying about Lady Rhea. We need to get out there right now and save her, Shez.
Right on.
I know. We'll leave as soon as we're ready. Nothing will stop us from rescuing her, Catherine.
Yeah.
Right. I won't let them slay Lady Rhea. And I'll be counting on you to help as well. No matter how strong she is, she can't last forever against such overwhelming odds. And considering how long it takes to climb the outer walls, time isn't our friend here. Yeah, there's a lot working against us, but we'll persevere somehow.
Nothing to report.
Greetings, Commander! Nothing to report! We're invading the monastery at last. I wish you all the best out there. I hope to see Garreg Mach return to its former glory. But I wonder, who could possibly be guarding the monastery gates right now? I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
You there.
Hello there! Are you feeling better? Do try and take it easy for a bit. You seriously gave us a fright when you took a swing at Byleth. I thought my heart would burst right out of my nose. That was a close one. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to mess with the Tactics Academy as well. I guess there'll probably be a bit of an interlude as I go and do all of that small stuff, but I guess what we'll do then is we'll see the story point, get to the briefing, and then we'll get to the tactics phase before we start the battle, And then once that we've seen to that, I'll double back and make sure that the units I bring to bear are properly ready. That's probably how I'll play it out. So with that in mind, let me just grab what I need here. Hopefully I'll have enough money to throw out what I want.
Can we talk?
The Nato always said we should follow our own sense of justice, no matter what. He helped me and my siblings when we had nothing, and he never forgave the church for what they did. Now I understand why. He was doing what he thought was right. That's why I'm not going to back down either. I'm the one responsible for his death, after all.
Let's give it a go.
Fighting as a Knight of Fargus until the bitter end is what I believe to be the right course. Good to hear it. We'll see how it goes.
Hey.
Word on the street is that the person currently holed up in Garreg Mach is Count Varley of the Southern Church. I'm sure that at this very moment he's running around like a chicken with its head cut off, while Talus and Edelgard try to sort things out. You know, Varley had me beaten half to death a while ago. Granted, I had it coming, but he still gave the order. But no matter how much I want to laugh at the trouble he's in, or what a gruesome death he'll have, I keep wondering how Bernadetta is holding up. I don't think she has it in her to kill her own father. No, probably not. Speaking of which... Oh no! The time has finally come! It's finally here! Yep, it's that time. Do you even know what I'm talking about? My father! He's at Garreg Mach right now, just waiting for me! I don't want to go. Can't we just call this whole thing off? Unfortunately not.
Did you know?
Some of the others think that Claude and his forces won't rendezvous with us in time. However, not a single person from Leicester is the least bit worried. I feel the same. I believe Claude will make it. Oh yeah? Claude must inspire a lot of trust in his friends. It's a little different than trust. I just know. Claude will make it, and help us achieve victory. That's the kind of person he is. Alrighty then. We'll see how it goes.
Do you have a moment?
Lady Rhea is safe. I know she is. I believe it with every fiber of my being. After all, she is so very strong, and smart, and kind, and beautiful. So she just has to be safe.
Right on.
Yeah, Rhea isn't the type to make a careless mistake that'd get her killed. Yes, absolutely.
Excuse
I am
me?
certain Lady Rhea is waiting for us right now. All we must do is go to her post-haste. What would happen if we were too late, I wonder? I guess we'll see.
Yes. Can we speak a moment?
It is said that during King Luke's time, the descendants of the Ten Elites banded together to resist the Empire and win their independence. Later, Leicester and Fargus would be divided in the Crescent Moon War. Yet here we are, joining forces to stand against the Empire once again. I hope we can maintain our good relationship with the Alliance after the war ends. Undoubtedly. There's no reason for us to fight, at least for now, right?
I think I
I'm
see.
sure people could make up any number of reasons later, but I'd like to believe there will be peace someday. But it is the people who will suffer if the flames of war spread any further. Our leaders should speak to one another and try to form amicable relationships before it comes to that. Here's hoping. The end of the war is finally in sight, like a light in the darkness. If we defeat those horrid people manipulating the Empire, perhaps that will lay the foundation for a peaceful future.
Right on.
That's exactly what we'll do. We're gonna put a stop to them once and for all.
Oh,
Yes, that's right. We can't lose sight of what we're fighting for. Alrighty then.
do you have a moment?
Alright, so...
I'll tell you, Lady Rhea is the last person in the world I want to see. I owe her a great debt, but our relationship is more complicated than that. I told myself I'd never go back to the monastery after I left the Knights. But to return like this, I guess it's what they call guidance from the goddess. That's one way to put it.
It's good to see
I'm
you
glad
again.
you and Dimitri made it back unharmed. I was so confused when you got caught in that strange magic and vanished.
Hey!
Yeah, about that. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I attacked you. Don't worry about it. I know you aren't in control of yourself. All the same, I should apologize anyway. Are the Alliance forces truly going to join us? I don't trust that leader of theirs, to be frank. He's been hiding behind the Eastern Church's bishop and doing as he pleases in the East.
To be brief.
With that sort of ruthlessness, he may even be plotting to take us down right along with the Empire. It's possible, but I don't think that would actually happen unless unless we killed Byleth or something.
Greetings.
We have fought side by side for quite some time, but the day when we will have to part is fast approaching. I suspect we will return to Leicester once the monastery is reclaimed, you see.
thanks.
Right, yeah. Well, I really appreciate all you've done. My, what an unexpectedly cold response. And here I thought you might miss me. But alas, there are countless many back in Leicester who eagerly await my return. I am truly sorry. Yeah. Let us pour our hearts into the coming battle and leave the war behind with not a drop of regret. We'll see how it plays out then. How are you two?
I was thinking.
We're fighting at Garreg Mach this time, huh? Boy, I miss those days at the Officers' Academy.
I see.
Me too. I remember it like it was yesterday. Especially the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I couldn't forget that even if I wanted to. That was when Baltus of the Golden Deer crashed the field and went on a rampage. I remember it well. At the time, I cursed him till my voice went hoarse, but now, I look back on it fondly. That doesn't look like a genuine smile. You sure you're not still holding a grudge because he ruined the mission? Oh boy.
Well met.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have you both back safe and sound. His Majesty informed me of what transpired. The forbidden spell of Zaharas, and Darval as well. I suppose truth truly is stranger than fiction. Nevertheless, we now know a little more about where you and your power comes from. And we can rest assured knowing you are on our side. Indeed, even if it took a while to get to that point. Imagine the time it would take to build a monastery of such proportions. Amidst such a precipitous mountain range, I'd be unsurprised if it took several centuries to complete. And yet, there's little to no variation in Garreg Mach's architectural style. My estimation is that it was constructed in a short period of time with magic we cannot dare comprehend. That's probably accurate, honestly. What has you so downtrodden? We do not yet know if the Archbishop is safe. I admit it was an error on my part to underestimate our enemy's strength. If only I had allowed Catherine to accompany them. No, it is too late for regrets. We must reclaim Garreg Mach and locate the Archbishop with all possible speed. I would ask that you lend us your strength as well. You can count on me. I promise I'll find her.
My thanks.
Thank you. It is a great comfort to hear you say that. Fodlan needs the Archbishop now more than ever. I beg of you to rescue her. Well, we'll see when we can find her. No idea how it's gonna play out, honestly. Hello.
Oh,
Hey, how's it going? You okay? Not gonna pull any more shenanigans, yeah? Yeah, I'm good. Sorry for making you worry. Okay, I guess that makes me feel better. But your tone doesn't inspire much confidence. We'll just have to roll with the punches for now. At the very least, I'll try not to sigh and get everyone killed. Lucky us.
how may I help
Do you have need of me? Perhaps you wish me to aid you at Garreg Mach. Feel free to use me as a decoy, or maybe pretend to surrender, or have me sabotage them from underground. I care not what I do. Now,
Can I be of
alright, we've
use?
seen this. Alright, we've seen that already.
Got a minute?
Have you heard about the town hidden under Garreg Mach? It's like a sunless trash pit for people who have nowhere else to go. I used to live there myself. I wonder how they're getting on down there now. Knowing that lot, I'm sure they're just carrying on with business as usual, without a care for what's going on above them. Maybe once this whole thing's over, those people can finally come out and live in the sun again. And stop being so pale, you know? I suppose time will tell.
Did you know?
Let me guess, this is the whole we don't have time to party? Worry too much about what the Church and Alliance think? Now, taking our allies into consideration is a good thing. It's always so stiff and formal. Dimitri's skin had to loosen up a little. And the worst part, never enough meat. Yeah, I had a feeling that was what... Wow, really? That's what got me that support at last? So be it. I lost my parents to the epidemic, and after that I spent my life living in the slums of the capital. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I could become a knight, but here I am. Those who came from nothing, like you and Sir Ash, paved the way for me. If I can follow in your footsteps, I bet even more commoners can become knights one day.
Right.
Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. I'll make my mark. You wait and see. I look forward to seeing it then, if I get a chance to see it.
Oh yeah.
There's supposed to be a Millennium Festival in 2 years to celebrate 1,000 years since the monastery's founding. I wonder if it'll still go ahead if we take back Garreg Mach.
Fool.
The Millennium Festival? Leave it to you to be thinking about a party at a time like this.
Nuh-uh.
Hey, it's not just a party. It's a political soiree where the leaders of each region can mingle and schmooze. Besides, what's wrong with having something to look forward to? You'll be there too, you know. Maybe. Right now, you need to focus on the battle before us, Sylvain. If you die out there, you'll miss more than the Millennium Festival. Huh, fair enough. Guess I'll quit yapping and get ready to move out. Yeah, do that. I'd prefer it if you didn't wind up dead because you spent too much time daydreaming. Alrighty then. We'll see how it plays out. Almost there. Almost there.
Hey, let's think about that.
Let's see. Yep, paint a picture of it as before. Yep, seen that a couple times already, having to go through the last pivotal moments in the other two routes.
Wait up.
Count Burgley's fought us tooth and nail. Though he was an enemy, he was nothing short of spectacular. We might have been able to take him down if Count Hevering hadn't stepped in. It's a shame. Well, there we are, for better or worse. I wonder if he would have died if I had gone to Count Hevering first. I knew not what would happen when we were trapped in that place, but I am glad we made it out safely.
How about
Shez, does Arvel still dwell within you? No, I can't hear their voice anymore. I think all that's left is their power. When someone who has long been a part of your life vanishes, they take a piece of your heart with them. Trust me, I know the feeling all too well. Perhaps you can find solace in the fact that you now understand more about the source of your power. I also had the opportunity to speak with Edelgard and Claude, and most importantly, I was spared from having to take your life. Indeed. I am relieved His Majesty is safe, and you as well, of course. I assume you will not try to cut down your allies again. I won't. Whoever was controlling me back then is gone now. But I know that's probably hard to believe, no matter how hard I try to explain it. No. I will take your word for it, for now. Alrighty then. Wait, there's someone over in the infirmary? Who's hiding out in there?
Got a minute?
One of our scouts returned to from the monastery grievously wounded. From what I heard, they were made by a young woman who appeared to be an enemy general. To cause such harm to a person, there's no way she's human. Wait, general with the... Kranya? Actually, Kranya is a possibility. Okay, so... how do I want to time the Merc Whistle? Okay, here's what I'll do. Well, I'll time the Merc Whistle... Actually, first, here's what we do. I'm going to create a save before I go too much further, so I have time to explore independent of everything else. I guess I can use this save, since this is going to be my alternate route. Ironic given how these got arranged, but you know what? If I really want to change the order of things, I suppose I can make time for it later. Okay. Yep, this'll do. I can just overwrite this one before handing off the Merc Whistle. Then we'll go ahead and see what the final, what the final dialogue is going to be. But leading up to the battle. And then we march. And then I'll take care of things external to that. And then we march.
For me? Thank you. I will treasure it, always. I'd like for you to have this.
Azure Dagger? Of course it's a freaking dagger. Of course it's a freaking dagger. It wouldn't be anything other than a dagger, let's be honest. That's too fitting. That is way too fitting.
Well,
Alrighty. Now? Alright. So, before we jump in,
Which
Okay.
battlefield are you headed to?
let's see what this has to say for itself. Then, I'll double back on my own time, figure out, then we'll figure out who we're bringing in the fight, and then I'll go buff everybody up to that. Oh crap, I saved over the wrong thing!
I want you and your unit to keep watch for us. And my uncle will help you. We can't let our enemy get inside these walls.
Well, never mind the safe bit, I'll worry about the rest later.
Do it for the Empire.
yes, Your Majesty.
Oh boy.
Uncle,
Splendid work, Edelgard.
I did what you asked me to do. Is that good enough?
But of course, all you need do is follow my every command, and victory will be ours. These beasts that swarm and fester on the surface shall tear at each other's throats until none remain. Edelgard, you must join the fray as well.
Me?
After all, What good is an emperor who lets everyone else do the fighting for her?
Yes, Uncle.
Lucky us. Is that all the story we're getting, or is there more?
When we left our school 2 years ago, I never imagined this was how we might make our return.
I think I'll skip the next class reunion if this is what they're always going to be like. Our enemy's waiting for us just beyond these ramparts.
And Talus is at its heart. This is our chance to stop him once and for all.
I always get the jitters before big battles like this.
You needn't worry. Besides, there won't be time for nerves once the fighting begins.
Well then.
Yes, and we'll surely win with the goddess's guidance at our backs.
In any case, there's no turning back now. So let's stand tall and greet this battle with our heads held high.
There's still no sign of the Alliance, Your Majesty.
Claude will come. I'm sure of it. He knows full well if we fall, he'll be next. And Claude told me that we would meet again. He's crafty, yes. But I've never known him to be a liar.
It's almost time. That's your cue, Dimitri.
Yeah, we could all use one of your inspiring speeches to really set the mood.
Right then.
Here we go.
Hear me well, fearless knights of Fargus. It is only through your combined efforts that we find ourselves here, with a pointed blade thrust at the throat of our enemy. We lost so many lives in Dusker. Our king, his knights, and more innocents that I can bear to count. This war has claimed even more. But now, we can finally avenge all of those who have fallen. Today, we sever the threads of fate that bind us to our troubled past, and march forth into a bright tomorrow. We shall fight, we shall survive, and we shall win a glorious future for Fodlan. I trust each of you to see our task through. Now move out!
Alrighty, let's get it. Okay, so what are we up against? Okay, so what are we up against? Alright, looks like it's gonna be... Let's see, so it'll be... you four in the lead then, huh? Good to know. Okay, then I'll have to support with the rest. Actually, you know what? This is a good formation. This is a very good formation, in fact. Okay, you know what? This is the team. This is the team. Okay, now that I know this, let me just... Alright, this is what we've got. Now give me a second to jump back out, and then we will see how this plays out. Alright, it's time. For better or worse, it ends today.
This is it. It will take everything we have, but we must defeat the Emperor and restore peace to Fodlan.
Ignorant beasts. You will all be stamped out.
And Apex of the World is playing. Most excellent. This is gonna be fun. After all this time, this is gonna be pure catharsis.
Lady Rhea anywhere. Let's scale the walls and head for the monastery.
The Alliance has yet to arrive.
They'll come. Let's capture the nearby strongholds to create a rendezvous point for when they do.
Well, we're already on that, so nice.
Whether the Alliance shows up or not, we will fight and we will win.
Sup? I'm Dimitri. Die. Oh, that's convenient. Well, this is gonna be a little uncomfortable. That's okay. The charging cables should reach far enough.
We have to protect it.
Beasts have arrived.
Alright, give me a second. There we go. Sorry, I just needed to make sure I've got that open. Nice.
It's time we went on the offensive.
Take a breather.
Hello, you. Excuse me while I mulch you. Ah, jeez. That's a lot of axe swingers. That's gonna make things difficult.
I'm a little nervous.
Shall we?
Let's begin.
Darn, I'm wishing I had brought an extra axe swinger at 5.
We will proceed. We must strive.
Begin the operation.
Location is on our way anyway.
We'll have to keep a tight watch on the Alliance rendezvous points. Out of the way!
Doesn't look like I caught that one in this. That's okay.
This stronghold will be ours in no time.
We'll see about that, buddy.
It's as good as ours.
Actually, looking at that, you know what? Dedu's probably better off continuing the offensive over here.
Let's take it for ourselves.
You're fine, Ingrid. Keep moving. Good work.
Not a problem.
I've awaited this moment.
Alright, focus on the ones that are already inside. I don't have Night Dealer at the ready, as I anticipated needing Earth Splitter and Atrocity more so, but still.
I refuse to hold back.
Good. We're gonna want you not holding back.
What I can.
You won't stop me.
This is gonna be fun. Well, I timed that one poorly. Stop blocking already. Ah, well, easy solution. Alright. Let's see if we can entice the attention of that one. Suck. Now excuse me while I mulch you. Stop blocking already. Like winning too much. Well, that wasn't how I expected things to go, but I'll take it. Alright, you all should be able to mulch that one on your own. Dedu, take over and get him. Wait, do you have the wrong... Oh, that was Armored Strike, my bad.
Please.
I'll keep you safe.
I was worried about not being able to put more into Dedu's weaponry, but then I just pulled that up and it's fine.
Let's do this, Dedu.
Here we go. Not for long, you are. The Stronghold Captain got the killing blow, did he? Or she, whoever, defending it. Good for the Stronghold Captain. Wait, Ingrid had to use an elixir to heal? What's she... Oh, right, she's dealing with a Great Knight right now. That's not good.
Begin the operation.
Go hide under Dimitri for the moment. Two can play the combat art game, buddy.
Fight their human guys. They are nothing more than beasts. Fight like them too. Retreat.
Cope and seed.
I'll do it. He ran. However, this path will get us past the walls. After him.
Alright, what are we up against? So we've got a random Dark Bishop in there that'll probably prove to be obnoxious. Sylvain, run up to catch up.
I'll make short work of this.
Might want to have someone assist over here for now.
We will proceed as planned.
See if you can slip through all of these guys.
Not a problem.
Nah, let's not burn Shadow Slide yet.
You animals don't even know what it means to live. I will not let you thwart our dream. All Talis knows how to do is crack the whip. Hey! Activate the Viscum!
Oh boy. Just what we needed, more of this. Oh, the gates have been opened? Oh good, Shez has a target then. Excellent.
I've got this. These weapons are slightly different from the ones we've seen before. Careful, everyone.
Looks like
Let's begin.
Alright, so we've got specific things to go after in order to win this one.
Let's begin.
We will proceed as planned.
Alright, in that case,
Hear
what
you
you'll
loud and
do...
clear. I'll make short work of this.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to...
They're up to something. I better take...
Oh boy. And Kronya's in play, just what we needed.
Take a breather. Snatch one of these strongholds.
Oh, I guess Dimitri's on the defensive instead then, eh? Great.
We will proceed as planned.
Where's Kronya? Alright, you target her. Shez press on to get rid of some of these Visco.
Auxiliary forces are a threat to our rendezvous point. We must protect it.
One down. Good.
Don't give him a chance to retaliate.
Might need to have Dimitri and Ingrid split up for the moment. Alright, that's one down.
Begin the operation.
Alright, you keep on those mortal savants.
Not a problem.
I guess you can run ahead
Stronghold will be out. Not a problem.
in order to start causing havoc there.
I shall take the...
I'm ready to go. Make some firing range of those weapons.
Good. We disabled it. These are a lot stronger than the weapons we saw in Verdiad.
They've had more time to set them up, presumably. For better or worse. Alright, that gets one. And it looks like Dimitri's in swinging range of Kronya now, so have at it.
Those things were incredibly powerful. Now that we've disabled them, the attacks on the central level should be stopped.
Okay, good. Does Mercedes need to assist
Shall
anyone?
we?
Herself,
Shall
apparently.
we? Let's give it a shot.
Felix shouldn't be fighting
do what
Dark
I
Knights
can.
anyway. Go hide behind Shez for the moment. And take Oh wow, Mercedes was quick with that. In that case, I guess...
Shall we?
Go help down here.
Let's get...
Sorry for the trouble.
One down. No, it's not the time to use Atrocity yet. Instead, let's just bring this up.
You won't.
Was that enough to take out Kronya? Yes, it was, but she's only retreating.
We will
Great.
proceed as planned. We must...
Allow me.
I'm going.
My turn. Return to me, Kron. It is time.
What?
Yes, Thomas. I guess I can't play with you any longer.
I don't like you.
These corpse-faced creeps freak me out.
They freak a lot of people out, to be fair.
Let's take the stronghold.
Wait, did Dimitri already take out a mortal savant? No, that was just referencing other stuff. Makes sense?
Not a problem.
Alright, another one disabled. Next, go ahead and target this to ensure that we have a faster way in.
I've awaited this moment.
Did you just use Burning Quake, Ingrid? I should have people go off on their own more often. Not that it'll matter too much at this point.
We will proceed as planned.
Excellent. Now you can charge further in and really give him hell.
Shall we?
Allow me.
I'll do it.
Take a breather. The rendezvous point is still safe. So far, all is well.
I can still fight.
Not for long, you can't. Not if I have my way. So what awaits us further in, I wonder? Is it going to be a similar fight that we had in Scarlet Blaze, perhaps? Well, for now, let's at least take this guy out, so that Dimitri can move in a little more aggressively. And then Sylvain needs to take over to finish this stronghold captain off. So it looks like it didn't have much to do in that regard. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Excellent.
That certainly wasn't easy, but we shut them all down.
Wait a minute, are you gonna try?
We're taking the risk of that. Those beasts don't deserve them.
They're back in play, huh?
I'll make short work of this.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the...
Not a problem.
Actually, wait, there's our real target down there, that Dark Knight, right? Presumably.
Shall
I'm going.
Finish this guy off real quick and then move.
Stop them before.
Alright. Need to have to do...
Let's begin.
Make a move on this guy, since he's probably our best shot at dealing with
Control
him.
of those things.
This moment.
Keep it moving. You're ignoring me. Most unwise. Most unwise indeed. I just realized most people have an adjutant by this point, and Sylvain will probably fight better if... No, Mercedes needs to keep being a healer, so I'll need to have her wander around a little bit more looking at this.
My very own guardian angel. Thanks.
Ah, great, there's a mortal savant over there that needs to be
We
mulched.
will proceed as planned.
Thank you, Ash. Okay, don't mince words.
Let's do this, Dadu.
Yeah, down.
Give in.
Is that a statue of it? Twin Deck. It looks like the Inexhaustible is carrying. Well, on that figure. Is it? Alright, you're down for the count. Oh, it does look like the Inexhaustible, doesn't it?
The rest is up to you.
And there's the Alliance. Nice.
Oh, did we come a little late? Form up with the Kingdom Army. Everyone.
Where's Claude?
The Alliance has come. But where is Claude? Well, no matter. We'll take all the help we can get.
Unless he's...
It's an absolutely terrible situation.
Yes, it is, for you.
Not a problem.
All of you, protect the stronghold.
Take a breather.
Alright, I'm gonna need Mercedes to start healing people around here.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Hear you loud and
I
clear.
guess you can go... no, it'll be fine. Keep messing with them over there. Dark spikes! Just to be sure that there's no loose ends. And there's the obligatory ballistae plus fire orbs. Or ballistae.
We will
I
proceed
feel like it
as
should be
planned.
pronounced ballistae, but what do I know?
Artillery. Capturing the stronghold should make things easier too.
Almost there. Well, not almost there. There's still Talus and Edelgard to deal with. Good work.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I've awaited this moment.
At this point, the ends justify the means. Stop them at any cost, even with fire.
Oh, jeez!
The area around the monastery is on fire, and the entrance is blocked too. What do we do now?
Don't worry. I heard we have a plan. Just hold out a little longer.
Not a problem.
Probably shouldn't have you all stand in this for too long, though.
Got them down. If only we could take a quick break.
The enemy has mobilized. Good. That way we can fight without getting burned.
Alright, I win button them. Alright, Mercedes is gonna feel this real soon if she's not careful.
Let's give it a shot, shall we? I'll provide us, shall we? Let's...
Wonder how much healing magic she has left.
You won't stop me!
Actually, easy solution.
Take a breather.
Shiz, finish things here. Get out of dodge.
Shall we?
Dark spikes.
The Alliance mind letting us know what exactly this
Not a problem.
plan entails?
I've awaited this moment.
No, that'd be way too easy. I think I see a bug. Or don't see a bug as it stands.
Guard this place with your lives.
There we go.
Send in the Titanic!
Of course.
What is that monstrous thing? Is it friend or foe?
They had something like that in their back pocket this whole time?
All we seek is a world without rulers.
Aha.
I won't let anyone near this stronghold.
One down.
We will proceed as planned.
Alright, now Sylvain has to make a dent.
Allow me. Hear you loud and clear.
Alright, run in.
I'll do it. Take a breather.
Unfortunately, I don't have anyone that has ice magic, so this might... So I might just have to have one where we just wail on him for a bit.
Our defenses can
We'll
hold.
destroy them!
I'll follow your lead. I've got you now.
Good.
Don't give up. We're slowly but surely wearing it down.
At least Dark Spikes is effective, although I feel that the rest of my magic is a little too expensive to burn on it. Burn. Actually, if this is the plan we're going with, yes, Sylvain, hold back.
Come on! We have to defend it!
Keep at it.
We'll destroy them!
Actually, is there anyone that we can mess with in the
Proceed as
meantime?
planned. We must strive to perform to the...
Begin the op. Our orders are clear.
Let's begin.
Yeah, I guess we can have people go off in random directions for now, just to reinforce our lines a little. The Duke can move quickly since he's on Wyvern back.
I'll follow your lead.
Get in there.
I've got you now.
Okay, what's that over here? Oh, nice.
Enemy down.
Keep at it.
Let's link up.
We'll destroy them!
I'll follow your lead. I've got you now.
Get in there. Alright, that's another one down.
Piece of work.
Okay, and you're out.
Problem.
Go ahead and break that open just to heal yourselves. Then let Sylvain finish the job.
I shall take the...
I'm ready to go.
Guard this place with your lives.
Alright, Sylvain. Oh crap, you're getting mulched. Finish this quickly, or you're in serious trouble. Holy crap, that was a lot of damage taken from this. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be taking any out of... Well,
Nothing but a hunk of metal in the end.
at least it's not taking anything out of the rest.
How much longer must we hold out?
Hear you loud and clear. Leave the backup
Oh,
to
and,
me.
oh, and of course, now I gotta bring the dude back up.
I will be your shield.
Mercedes, go
Shall
heal
we?
Sylvain.
Out.
Oh, hi!
Bet you didn't expect anyone to make it across the mountains, Count Varley. You should always keep an eye on your back, too.
Oh.
No! Stop! Don't let them open the gate!
We're in.
Afraid I already did. Sorry for the delay, Dimitri.
I knew you would come, no matter what. Let's crush the Imperial forces together!
Alright, it looks like the Dark Knights are approaching.
Come on! We have to defend it!
Alright, get in there and mess with him.
Sorry for all the trouble.
Actually, that's a magic
Hear
guy.
you loud and clear.
Sylvain,
I'll make sure
you
we're-
do the honors.
Let's begin.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Guess we can have you start wailing. Actually, no, I'm gonna have you look around for a combat art pot. You look like you're gonna need it after how much I've been spamming Dark Spikes. You know what? It's worth burning Shadow Slide to make sure we're good there.
The stronghold will fall.
Excellent.
Not a problem.
Then we can have you run back over here just for fun.
I'm here to.
I've awaited.
Let's take the stronghold.
Shall we?
Alright, get him.
Really to fight. But I have no hope of winning!
That's the idea.
Why should I have to die?
Get him.
Hey, you tried.
Finally, I get to take out Count Varley.
This happened. I was wrong to follow that man.
Finally, I get the honor to take out Count Varley after literal hundreds of hours in this game. It's finally time to kill Count Varley. Thank you so much, game, for finally letting me do it.
The Alliance will cover the rear. You go on ahead.
Thank you. I'm counting on that. Alright, let's infiltrate the monastery.
No, you didn't need that. Crap.
Take the lead.
I'm ready to go. Guard this place with your lives.
Alright, here goes nothing.
This is it, Dimitri. Talus is just ahead.
Indeed. Strange how my reason for stepping foot in this monastery now is the same as it was those 3 years ago.
What do you mean?
Revenge. All the heirs and relatives of every noble in the land come to learn here. It seemed likely that at least someone was connected to my father's killer.
Huh. So there was more to it than just get stronger.
After roaming the kingdom for fruitless lead after fruitless lead, I hoped against hope that I would at last find the answers I sought here. In the end, I could accomplish nothing alone. Yet now, I stand here once more, my enemy's identity clear for all to see.
And this time, you're gonna get your revenge. You're not alone anymore, Dimitri. You've got your friends here with you every step of the way. So let's win this. And when we do, we'll all greet the new dawn together.
Right you are. Let us go. Together.
Off we go then. I wonder if Talus would recognize Byleth if I brought her into this. I guess we'll find out before... Well, I'll have to find out on my own time, I suppose, but still.
Lady Rhea, you're safe! Quickly, let's clear out these enemies.
The kingdom. So you have come.
Alright, we've got Rhea to bear then, huh? Nice. Oh, and now 60 FPS kicks in.
Everyone outside already fell? What a bunch of weaklings.
And there's Kranya. Alright, let's fight it out.
Yes.
Alright, everybody unassign adjutants so that we can really have some fun.
Come on out and rally around me. All of you. Talus said you had to. Perhaps that should...
No, I'm here for you. I cannot allow Garrett to be destroyed. Together?
We will not lose this day.
What are you hesitating on, Rhea? What, are you thinking of going full Immaculate One?
them what a lion's courage really means.
What's your deal? You've got all that power and you still prowl around with Murray.
Don't let me in with you.
No. This is wrong. I can't die.
The only one who decides how I use my power is me.
Don't let this chance slip away. Crush them.
You like that?
Don't you guys have anything better to do?
No, not really. Alright, I saw that awakening pod, just in case I need it.
That should do it. My turn. I've awaited this moment. Glad to see you safe, Lady Rhea.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I shall assist you in this fight.
Alrighty, let us go.
The heart of the monastery. Talus and Edelgard should be there.
We're up against the toughest of enemies, but I'm not afraid. We will win and return to Verdiad together. My dearest wish is for a new age where we can live together in peace.
I chose this path, and I will see it through to the end. On my honor as a Knight of Vargas.
Alrighty, let's do this. Hi, Talus. Ready to die?
Our will has endured for thousands of years. It shall not be stopped here.
Unfortunately for you, I have different plans.
Your life ends here, Talus.
Your head will make a fine offering to the dead.
He was pulling the strings from the shadows all the while. Your Majesty, the time has finally come for our revenge. I'm ready to go.
With this power, I'm gonna beat him. You've got my back, right, Arval?
Itching for a fight? That can be arranged.
Ah, crap, and there's Edelgard. Oh, you're gonna make me take Edelgard out first, huh?
Barrier? It's keeping all our attacks out.
Take a breather. Perhaps we should focus on Edelgard for now.
Hello. Mind if I cut in? Although she's going to go full hedge. Talus is going to make Edelgard go hegemon, though. I'll be very curious to see how that boss fight plays out. Sorry, Edelgard. Oh, you want to come back out and play?
Come down, then our attack should land now.
Keep at him. Healed Edelgard. Ah, great.
Revive as many times as you like. We'll keep knocking you down.
I have an endless supply of soldiers at my command. Go on, slaughter the beasts.
It's time to leave the past in the past. That's what we're fighting for.
I hope you're watching me. I will avenge you here and move on with my life.
Alright, you're really gonna feel it now that Sylvaina's ramped up. Actually, Mercedes, hit the fortify button. Looks like we need it.
It's in for me. Thank you.
Alright, back to hurting Talus. You think I care about your wimpy attacks now?
Well, you should care, because I'm the one who's gonna kill you.
And before the barrier's up, I'll see what I can do.
and return to the sun.
Can't help but...
Such a wicked drive possesses them. I must cleanse them by my own hand.
Wait a minute. What are you about to do? Oh, lucky us.
What have you done to us? You won't spill your guts. I shall gladly spill them for you.
Foolish question.
We make a good team.
On the pile of our ambitions long ago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. Oh man. Even here, the dialogue. Well, here we are.
No matter what comes at us, I'll be the one as it pours back.
As long as His Majesty and I fight together, we cannot lose.
Is that all?
I have things I'm fighting for too.
Nice one.
How we looking? Here, I was worried about not having the right KO count. When are you gonna make us go full? When is you gonna make us fight Hegemon Edelgard? I know that's your final play. What, do we need to knock you down to 0 first, and then you'll do it as a last-ditch effort?
Hey, you tried.
Why is Sylvain so powerful?
To kill you with my own hands.
We must be at the end of this. Let us finish this and right the wrongs of the past.
Maybe I should have had you sync up with the dude to do more... Oh!
So this fragile flesh has run its course. No matter.
Dimitri, go!
Whew. I mean, I know we're not... Wait.
No.
You were using a mirror, I just realized.
These beasts will never defeat us.
What? What? Oh!
You're wrong. Not another step, you fool! This ends here.
Someone was angry. Why did you let yourself take so many hits?
Guess it's over.
Yes.
D?
Let's go.
I suppose as she is, she's no threat to anyone anymore. But... And I'm not sure you'd know how to even approach... Would you... Weird that you're just leaving her there, though. Claude.
It seems the dawn is nearly upon us.
About time, too. So, friend, shall we?
Right. There's much to be done.
I wonder if what happened to Edelgard could be reversed.
Great Tree Moon. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus, beside the Leicester Alliance and the Church of Saros, emerged victorious against the forces of Adrestia. With the loss of Regent Ire and many of its leading strategists, the Empire has been forced back on all fronts, radically transforming the power structure throughout Fodlan. In pursuit of their ideals, the young leaders press ever southward to crush the Empire for good. None know what tomorrow this war may bring, nor what future awaits Fodlan.
So they're still keeping to the ambiguity then. Still, honestly though, if there was going to be... Yeah, that probably is the most definitive that the ending is going to be then, isn't it? Because I'm surprised that they didn't make me fight Hegemon Edelgard though. But, that would have been a decent boss fight though, I suspect, but... Wow. Of course it was Sylvain after all the work you put in later. Alrighty. That was a lot. That was indeed a lot. But it is over now. It is indeed over now. So I guess I get a chance to ramble a little bit. So, I guess... Interesting decision made there, though. Well, a couple interesting decisions, because... It's actually kind of interesting, because... Whenever I've read up what exactly is to be expected from this, and whenever people are talking about this, everybody talks about how it just fell apart in the second half. And honestly, I don't see it. I'd be curious to hear more substance on it, and I suspect that I'll need to look up other people's takes as I'm working on my own review. But seeing this, I don't get it. People say that this fell apart, but I don't see how this wouldn't happen, because the way I see it, let me just think through the routes real quick. Because with Golden Wildfire, Edelgard is pressed back, and she's not able to take Aryan Road, but Dimitri isn't able to press onward too far, and Claude's attempt to press onward doesn't A, give Talus an opportunity to strike, and B, is curtailed by Almyra stepping in at the worst possible time. So it's not as if Talus could act there. And if given the choice, Talus would absolutely act, so in an instance where Dimitri has Edelgard weakened, I could absolutely see things playing out as they do, with Edelgard and being put under Talus' thrall. In fact, this is something that I've wondered about with respect to Three Houses, and why before this game, I was willing to consider Edelgard a tragic villain more so than anything else. And the reason why I'd say tragic villain is because, when you really think about it, Edelgard was very much forged as a weapon by those who slither in the dark to be wielded against the church. So because of that, I'm sat there thinking, if you wish to try and go against those who slither in the dark, could you? And that's been a thought of mine for a while now. The thought that if Edelgard would probably still go after the church, given that they have lifted up this system that effectively allowed those who slither in the dark to still gain a foothold within the imperial nobility and to continue lifting it up and allowing, basically forcing her to take on the mantle, even though she was the second youngest of 9, if I remember correctly. So I can fully believe that, especially with how isolated she'd feel and how traumatized, that she'd still take action against the church. But part of me did wonder, if she didn't want to go against the church, was there even a reasonable way for her to avoid it? Was there any possible way that it wouldn't come to pass this way? And honestly, looking at this, yeah, this is exactly how I would have expected it to happen. Where if she did try and wrest Imperial control from those who slither in the dark and didn't have explicit ways to try and keep, and wasn't extremely careful and on point about keeping them in check, I could fully see Talus trying to use this to try and gain the momentum back. It would be more difficult all the same because, he wouldn't have had the year leading up to the actual war's declaration in the Three Houses timeline, where he could engage it, where those who slither in the dark can engage in machinations, such as what we see leading up to the Holy Tomb ambush. But at the same time, I fully believe that this could play out and be logically consistent. I suspect that what people are annoyed about, if I had to hazard a guess, it's the fact that Dimitri is the one to strike down Talus, and the focus is striking down Talus, even though the more interesting dynamic is potentially between Dimitri and Edelgard. The problem is, that's not how, objectively speaking, this is, I suspect, how it would indeed play out. I can buy that this happened the way it did. I can absolutely buy that this would happen. And what's kind of tragic is that this is probably the one route in this game that is actually it ends on a definitive note. That's the scary thing. This actually ends on a definitive note. That is incredibly scary, that fact. It's... Well, I don't know if scary is necessarily the right word, but it's shocking. I mean, sure, they leave some ambiguity as to how it's all going to shake out in the end, but the fact of the matter is, with Edelgard effectively reduced to little more than a thrall, unless, even if they were able to break her out of that, it's immediately a prison cell for her. There's no way that she can save the Empire now. And even if there wasn't a way to take out Count Bergles, and if we did do so in that fight, maybe if I took out Count Hevering first, it might be possible. Although I don't know if you could even get there in time to do so. That would be the next question. But with that in mind, I do wonder. And because of that, I'm sat there going, yeah, honestly, with how things play out, this all made sense to me. And because it made sense to me, it's easy to buy, easy to get invested in. And since the Talus is one of the ones that was behind the tragedy of Duskur, as has been stated, yeah, I'm fully on board with how this turned out. I buy this. By the sounds of it, I'm one of the few that actually do. But you know what? I'm okay with this. And there is some ambiguity as to how things would transpire after this, as Claude does have his own ambitions, and I would be curious to know how the territorial shakeup would end up being, as far as, well, everything else. But at the same time, I suspect that Dimitri and Claude could eventually come to terms with how exactly they could go about it. They may not be friends, but they are friendly. So I suspect what would end up happening then is that that Fodlan would basically end up split between the Kingdom and the Alliance somehow. And from there, well, who knows how it would play out from there, because Rhea and Claude's motivations are still a bit of a mystery, and then you've also potentially have Byleth in the picture. I'll be very curious to see how this goes if you decide to kill Byleth instead. I suspect that it would be pretty much the same, but there's a possibility that there may be a betrayal by Claude, though I don't know if that would necessarily play out. So, I don't know, it's interesting. Either way, let's see what Dimitri has to say.
Ours was a long and grueling battle, and I doubt I'd have seen it through to the end alone. Mere words fail to express just how reassuring it feels to have you by my side. But perhaps it's best for me to postpone such sentiments, seeing as the rest of the war still remains to be fought. For now, let me simply say that I am thankful to have you, and hope with all my heart that you choose to stay in the kingdom.
Alrighty, that makes sense to me. So they leave it as a bit... Well, now I'm really surprised they honestly didn't follow this up with DLC, because looking at this, why didn't they follow? I'm surprised they didn't, honestly, but with Engage so close, there's no way they'll do it now. Still, all the same, that, as they say, is that. So, I have not quite seen to all of the story content, although I suspect that there won't be too much in terms of story content down the road, given that I don't see Byleth's inclusion or exclusion shaking things up all that much. I'd be curious to see if Claude tries to pull a similar betrayal angle that he did in Scarlet Blaze if you attempt to take Byleth out of the picture, but I suppose there's no way to say for certain. But, man, ironic, because that is one of the more definitive endings that is in this game, which is really ironic, all things considered, given that when I'm playing this, I'm expecting to say Blue Line's best route because I'm just as a meme. Just to say, you know what? I really like these characters. They're a lot of fun. I know that there are some in my audience who prefer other characters, and I know that there's a lot of debate over which one is superior, but with the Blue Line's route being my first in Fire Emblem Three Houses, I was very happy with that route. I was very happy with it because it was very different from what I expected, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I was expecting to go into this just saying Blue Line's best route just because I'm heavily biased in that favor. I didn't expect to say it because it's one of the few that actually gets a more definitive ending. The fact that even though there is ambiguity of how things inevitably shake out, because there are people who have said that they didn't want it outshining Three Houses in that respect, since that there is more in terms of world building, which I don't know if I necessarily buy that. That's a little too conspiratorial for my liking, but still, I do wonder at the fact that, well, why was it so hard to give definitive endings? That's what's curious to me, because I understand that they want to try and end on a climactic battle, and subduing the other nations, as it were, or bringing the other nations into the fold doesn't necessarily get us lit epic confrontation. But at the same time, I'm sat there going, is this... I don't know. Was eliminating some of the key figure... Well, was just eliminating key moments like, you know, the conclusive end to the war really the right path to take? I don't think it was. Because the problem is that throughout this, you've got people who are really engaged, you've got people who are really interested to see how it all plays out, and then it just ends out of nowhere. And because of that, you're sat there going, but why did I go through all this again? Was this really worth it? I don't know about this. And it's a shame, because there is a lot that can be done with this. There can be interesting character decisions to make regarding how this all shakes out, what people do before and after the war. There's a lot that could be done if they did give proper epilogues, especially given that there was different ground covered between the supports, between everything else. You could have had more definitive endings for everything, and yet you just did it. I don't know if you ran out of time or you were having trouble fitting it in or what, but why not have it end more definitively? The way I've heard it described is summarized, just reading up people's opinion on it without going too far into their spoiler opinions, is the idea seems to be that it is a matter of they were running so fast that they were doing so well, but then they face planted at the finish line. And honestly, not inaccurate. Not inaccurate at all. Because this is one of the only ones that doesn't face plant at the finish line, and even then people think that it face plants at the midpoint or somewhere in the second half, and I don't see how it does. So if it's a matter of subjective taste, then I mean it's subjective taste at that point. There's not much I can say really to refute or dispute that, because I mean how you feel is how you feel. I still like the turning point in Azure Moon, but I can recognize that there's absolutely no way that Dimitri, there's no way that, there are about 50 million ways that you could prevent Rodrigue from dying right after the rematch of the Eagle and Lion from the Blue Line standpoint. But I still really like the conversations that happen between Dimitri and Rodrigue, as well as what follows immediately after. So it's one thing to be able to say, okay, I subjectively didn't like this, but it's another to say that it's objective. Well, I don't know if they're necessarily claiming objective fact, though. That would be the interesting part. So, I don't know. I'm satisfied with this route. I am satisfied with this route. And because of that, maybe I'm one of the one of the rare few that actually like how this turned out. But you know what? This is one of the few routes I actually feel okay about. And maybe that just makes me a simp for the Blue Lions. I mean, I am, but never mind that. As much as I complain about Monica, and as much as I complained about Monica in Scarlet Blaze being just a pure simp, I mean, with how much I talk up the Blue Lions, you'd think I was the same way. Now, to be fair, I don't have that much fanatical devotion. I've seen things. Either way, so all that to say, I guess that's where we end it. So, by the time that this gets out, I suspect that either the review I'm making or something else will have happened long after. Because I don't know if this is exactly what I'm planning, and I don't know if talking about meta stuff is a good idea since it's, not even done yet. But what I'm thinking right now is that I'll probably do a ramble after I finish going through the Blue Lines route if you take Byleth out of the picture, and I'll see how different it is there. If it is substantially different, then I suppose it'll be interesting to talk about. But otherwise, I'll just put up a separate video independent of that, just as an opportunity to mull over everything that happened, get my general thoughts out there, And if everything goes according to plan, that will be done on this unscripted channel. And at some point, honestly, by the time maybe that this is out, I'll have finished a long-winded review of this game, going heavily into the story component, going heavily into, well, talking a little bit about the gameplay and the non-spoiler section in a separate video to say, okay, how good is it as a video game, and then using another video to talk about the story in great detail. That's how I'm planning it for it to go about. I don't know the exact timing of all of this, but I will be very curious to see how it does time out. So with that in mind, I thank you all for sticking around and listening to me ramble. I thank you all for joining me on this journey, and I suppose before we close it out, there will be one last video to look at the differences between the Blue Line's routes if you decide to take out Geralt and Byleth. And I think at the end of that, just to spice things up, I'll see if I can show what the Gatekeeper's like during that time. Regardless, thank you all for watching, and I bid you adieu.